Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Shami Bar Life. I hope you're doing well. Happy Memorial Day. Today is Monday, the 25th, celebrating Memorial Day and remembering those that sacrificed their ultimate price, their life for our freedom. So let's all remember our men and women of the military. As you know or do not know, we are a military family. My son is serving in the Navy. My husband served. My father-in-law served. So all my in-laws served. So we're definitely a military family. So I salute you if you are a veteran. And of course, remember those who gave their ultimate price of their life for our freedom. So happy Memorial Day. As you can see in my background, and you hear the sound, it's raining. I was debating whether I want to record today or not, but I figured, you know what, the sound of rain is so soothing. It's just nice, cool out here. Why not? Why not celebrate Memorial Day on this nice overcast rainy day doing Pilates? So let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and do a lot of more stretches. If you did, that's a frog. Hopefully he'll be quiet soon. So he lives there. That's my resident frog for free. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. If you did my last video with a little cardio, we're going to go ahead and do no cardio today, but a little bit more stretches just to stretch out the hip flexor and the legs. So let's get started. So we're going to go ahead to the side. And I'm, of course, on my knees. Go ahead and really engage that core. Tilt the pelvis in, lift up the heart, shoulders down away from your ears, and just breathe. If being on your knees is uncomfortable for you, you can most definitely sit on your heels. Just sit up nice and tall and breathe, or you can stand up. So choose the one that's best for you. There's no right way or wrong way. I just want to get the body started. And take a few breaths. And one more breath. From right here, go ahead and lift your arms up on the inhale. Really stretch and exhale down. I really want you to feel your spine elongating. Do it again. Again, make sure your pelvis is tilted. You engage that core up. And then one more time. Up. From right here, I'm going to go ahead and bring my arms to center. I'm going to walk my hands to the right as I lean my body to the left, feeling that nice stretch throughout your side. Oh, that feels amazing. Hold for a few breaths. Walk your hand to center and rotate your body to the other side. Come to center. So from right here, we're going to go into a runner's lunge. So be very mindful. Watch that knee don't go past your toes. Right now I'm seeing my reflection in the camera. So there's two ways you could do this. You could stay right here and really enjoy this stretch, or if you want a full one, tuck in your toes, lift up that knee, and really stretch it out. So pick the one that's best for you. I just want you to feel that stretch through your hip flexor. And just take a few breaths here. Same leg, I'm going to bring that knee down. I'm going to go into a pigeon, so I'm going to bring my knee forward. So my back leg is facing down, and just stretch it out here. As a runner, this is actually one of my favorite stretches. I no longer run, but I still enjoy the stretch. And just take a few breaths here. Now from right here, we're going to go straight into a downward dog. So prepare. And up to a downward dog. Really peek up the tailbone. Bring your ears to your form. And of course, bring that left leg or the other leg up into the runner's lunge. Prepare, and then when you're ready, get into that stretch. Again, you can put your leg down on the knee. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way. Do what's best for your body. Everyone's different. And then when you're ready, bring that knee down and go right into the pigeon. And stretch it out. A few more breaths. And let's get ready for downward dog. Prepare. And peek up. Breathe. Go ahead and pedal your legs. Really stretch it out. When you're ready, the right leg goes straight up. Few breaths. Bring that leg down, and left leg goes up or opposite leg goes up. Doesn't matter which one you start off with. And bring it down. A few more breaths. Roll yourself down to your knees. Big toes together, knees apart, and come into a child's pose. And really stretch it out, elongate their body. And slowly come up and to your side. Woo. So those are just a few stretches. It actually feels really good around your hip flexor, hamstrings, on your quads. I really like to do a downward dog because to me, I feel like I'm stretching everything when you peek up the tailbone and really engage that core. So now the body's nice and warm, it feels good. We're still kind of warming it up a bit, so we're going to come to the side to do some side planks. Again, you could be modified. Bird jumping on my roof, or you could come up on high, depending which one you choose. Just be very mindful. If you're up on high, notice how my arm is a little bit on the diagonal. It's not exactly underneath the shoulders, a little bit on the diagonal. And then when we lift, we're going to just hold the pose, and then we lift and just hold this pose. Nice little stretch here. Come back down. We're going to do it 2 more times. So if you need a little breather, take a little breather. Again, you can modify this one or do the full one. You can always keep your bottom leg bent. I'm about to demonstrate now. Let's do number 2. So this is another version of doing the side plank. It's still a good exercise. Remember, you lift through your abs, lift up those hips, engage that core, and we hold. And slowly come down. Watch your shoulders. Make sure the shoulders are away from your ears. I know I sound like a broken record, but I have to remind everyone of that. We have one more. Nice and strong here. Really stretch it out, and we lift and reach for the sky. And we come down very slowly and on to the other side. Got a nice little breeze coming through, and it smells like rain. Couldn't ask for anything better than that. So ready, we prepare, and we lift. And slowly come down. And in case you're wondering, depending how your breathing is, between 6 to 8 breaths, please take your time breathing. Inhale, exhale. Round 2, we prepare, and we lift. And slowly come down. Notice how I'm slowly coming down. I'm not plopping my body. Please do not lose control of the posture, your alignment. Number 3, this is it, last one. Prepare, and we lift. And we slowly come down. Ooh. Come straight forward. Let's go ahead and circle those wrists out. Now, if you're having wrist issues, I would not recommend doing it full. Go ahead and modify. Stretch them out. I always encourage all my students, don't be afraid to modify. Never be afraid to modify. Don't be embarrassed. Don't worry about what the person next to you is thinking. Trust me, they're not looking at you. So everyone is different. So listen to your body, because I do get a lot of complaints about side planks. I can't do it. Modify. Please modify. You're still getting a good workout. You're engaging that core. You don't have to do it full. Modify. From there, we're going to proceed on. So on the last video, we did those side teasers. We're going to not the side teasers. We did those obliques. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. I know those were phenomenal. Love them. That's why we're going to do them again. So to prepare, now I'm going to go down to my elbow. Wash the shoulders, elbow away from your ears. Your hips are stacked. Engage that core. Lift the ribs. So you're not hanging, you're not sagging. Lift. Hand behind your head. And we're going to twist. Using your obliques. Twist. Now, I'm still feeling these from the last time. That's why we're going to do them again. They were great. And I just lost my count. Give me 4 more. 4. I promise I'll get better at that. 3, 2, and this is 1. Now hold it. So now, when we turn, we're going to lift, tap, back, turn, squeeze those obliques, squeeze those abs, and then back, turn, lift. That's why these are great. These are one of those that kind of sneaks up on you. You don't feel it while you're doing it. You may or may not, but they definitely sneak up on you, because I'm feeling it from the last video. 2 more. And then last one right here, and we're going to hold it here. My left leg is facing you. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And finish just the way you started. Other side. I always said I don't know what's harder, the actual exercise or holding your alignment. So we prepare. Remember, lift, engage, stack, up, away, up, and we turn. So yes, my toes are pointed, but don't overpoint those toes. You may get a cramp. 4 more. And then right here, we turn, lift, tap, back. Squeeze those obliques. One more. So my toes are starting to cramp. That's why they're spread, if you notice them. I felt that cramp coming on. And then hold it right here. Right leg goes down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back home. Come sit straight up. Ooh. You're going to feel those. So let's go ahead and cross the legs and do a nice little side stretch here. Stretch out those obliques. Good job, everyone. One more time to this side. Really stretch them out. And last time to this side. Now we're going to go on our backs. Move my glasses out of the way. We're going to roll down to our backs. So from right here, hands above your head. So this time we're going to do something a little different. So you've been with me for a while. You should know these exercises by now. So we're going to go ahead and start with the ab roll up. But once we get to the ab roll up, we're going to sit up nice and tall and do a jackknife. So we're going to do both, 2 exercises in one sequence. So hands above your head, we inhale to prepare. Make sure that core, your lower back, is imprinted to the mat. You can either point or flex your feet, and we begin. So we come up. Right here, you stop. Sit up nice and tall, and then you go back to the jackknife. And you end right here. Everybody caught that. So we're gonna do 4 in a row. That was just the first one. Take your time doing this one. So you're doing 2 exercises at the same time. Watch your breathing. Please do not hold your breath. And we begin. We start off, inhale up. Ooh, there you are, that's 1. Now notice how I brought my legs down, full in control, really engage that core. That was 1, we got 3 more. And I believe this is the last one. Like I said, I always lose my count. Oops. I made a boo-boo with that one. Let's do 1 more. This is how you do it. And bring it down. Woo. Stretch it out. Every once in a while, my mind goes off and wander, and I start doing my own thing. So stretch it out. So from right there, you really should have felt your core be on fire. So we did 2 things at the same time. We started off with a roll up, sit straight up, ended up with the jackknife, and came back to the roll up pose or the jackknife pose. So stretch it out. That felt amazing. I don't know about you guys, but that really felt amazing. But now we're going to do something a little different. When we do the jackknife, we're gonna go back and do a jackknife, but this time our legs are gonna go east-west. So what I mean by that is when you're back up and your legs are above you, you can see your feet, east-west, straddle them. So separate your legs east-west, and then when you come back down, bring them all together again. I'm gonna do the first one. We're only doing 4 of these, but I'm gonna do the first one to show you. So for this one, we are gonna start off again with the ab roll up. So we start off, we come up, we sit up. So from right here, when I go back, I'm gonna separate my legs. You see that? My legs are now separated. I come up, bring them together, and I come back down to where I started. Everybody see that? Okay. So I'm gonna push my mat a little forward because I'm kicking my plants. I keep forgetting how long my legs are. So it's a very controlled motion. It's a great stretch. So we're gonna do 4 of those in a row. If you need to pause me, rewind me to see it again, go ahead and do so. Let's continue. So we're gonna start off the ab roll up. Remember, engage that core. Don't forget that core. We come up. Sit straight up, go back, separate your legs, up, put them together, and bring them down. There you are. 3 more. Up, straight up, back, together, down, up, last one right here. Ooh, that feels good. That feels phenomenal. And end it right here. Woo! How'd you do? So, go ahead and bring your knees to your chest. Rock yourself back and forth. And catch your breath. I'm gonna go ahead and drink a little water. Go ahead and stretch it out a little bit. You could lay on the ground. You could cannonball yourself back and forth. That was a little bit of a challenge because now your legs are separate. It's a controlled movement. So when you were doing that, make sure your legs were engaged, your toes were pointed. Because when we do the jackknife, we point our toes. We lift with our abs. So remember that. Yes, your legs are engaged, but your power comes from your ab. If you're having trouble doing that one, that's okay. It's sort of kind of new, so I just introduced it today. But that's a great thing about videos. Stop, rewind, stop, rewind. So if you need comments or questions, you can always comment below. I always respond back to everyone. So that felt amazing. So it was an exercise and a stretch at the same time. So let's go back, because we're not quite done yet. Let's go back and roll it back. So right now, rock yourself back and forth. Your hands are behind your knees, and we want to roll ourselves up. Ooh. And stay right here, because now we're going to go ahead and do what I call the roly-polies. Just remember when you were in kindergarten, you used to do these back in PE. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my hands on my ankles. I'm gonna tuck in my chin. I'm just gonna roll back. And come up, roll back. Remember, your core still engaged. And then we end it right there. So what you're doing is pretty much you're massaging your spine. Again, take your time with that one. You don't rush it. You take your time. From right here, we're going to move on. Because what's a Pilates class without some teasers? So, hands behind your knees. You're going to prepare. Now you're gonna hold this pose, and notice how again my hands are behind my knees, and that's okay. I'm not holding on. I'm just placing my hands behind my knees. If you find yourself holding on, you're doing it incorrectly. Let go. Lift up your heart, relax your shoulders, and just keep your hands to the side or to the side of your legs or to the side. We're going to hold this pose for 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. Make sure you engage that core. So if you are holding on or placing your hands behind your knees, that's fine, as long as you're not using it to hold to the pose. If you find yourself holding on to hold the pose, let go. Let's do it again. Find that balance, release and hold. And then release. We have one more. Get ready. So from right here, you can stay right here, or you could extend your legs. I just want you to hold that pose, really engage that core. If you want to separate, east-west, whoops, you can. Just hold the pose, 3, 2, 1, and slowly, slowly release. So if you plop yourself, your goal is the next time we do that to slowly release the pose. Stretch it out. Ooh. So I'm sitting nice and tall, and I'm stretching it out. So we're going to go ahead on our bellies now. Let me adjust my mat here. So we're going to go ahead and do what they call the swimmer. I believe in yoga they call it the Superman, but in Pilates it's called the swimmer. And that's where we're going to move all 4 limbs at the same time. Now remember, it's not a big, humongous movement. You're probably going like about 6 to 7 inches, almost like the 100s when you flutter your hands. That's what we're doing. So to begin, again, engage that core. You engage your core, and my forehead is to the mat. My arms are extended. You're going to lift all 4 limbs, really engage that core. Now remember, if you feel a sharp pain in your lower back, you're not engaging that core. Be mindful of that. So when you lift, you're going to flutter your hands like so. That's 8. That's 8. Last 16. Last 8. And release. Woo! That's all you need. That's all you need. So pretty much what I do is I do an 8 count of breaths 40 times. Of course, remember to breathe. So take a little breather here. So yes, we definitely worked our core with that one. So catch your breath. Right here, we're going to go ahead and do some swans. So my hands are to the side. My feet about hip width apart. I inhale up. Really stretch out those abs. Now for this one, everyone's different. Just breathe. And slowly come back down on the exhale. We're going to do it again. Down. I'm going to do it one more time. Now you do have the option of interlacing your hands behind your back and lifting up. Right leg, bring it up. Flex, point, flex, point. And then left leg, flex, point, and slowly bring it down. Now if you're ready, you could grab your ankle for that nice little stretch there. Feels amazing. Hold it here for a few breaths. And slowly release, and then other side. Now when you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and do the rocker. I had a branch in my hair. We're going to go ahead and do the rocker, or in yoga they call it the bow. So for this particular stretch, use the one that's best. Rocker, bow is pretty much almost the same movement. So everyone's flexibility is different. That's when you grab both your ankles. You can point. In Pilates, we point and we lift. And we hold this pose, go as far as you could go. And then we slowly release. We want to do it 2 more times. This is as far as I could go, but my goal is to go bigger. But one day at a time. Slowly release. And then 1 more. And slowly release. Woo. Take a little breather here. Just lay here. Just put all your weight on the mat. Catch your breath. As long as you don't take a nap. And then slowly, when you're ready, slowly bring yourself up. Big toes together, knees apart. Come back into that child's pose. Very slowly. So I'm going to go ahead and face you. I want to sit on my heels. Ooh. And that that brings our class to the end here. Ooh, I'm so relaxed I can't even think right now properly. So that today's video, I did combine some stretches with some exercises, as you can see. So when we did the roll up with the jackknife, that's combining 2. That's when it's called pretty much a sequence when we move from one into another. So for that one, your heart rate should have been a little up. You really should have felt it in your abs. If you were having trouble doing that particular one, again, as I said before, take your time. Please take your time. There is a video I did a couple of weeks ago where it says into the jackknife. I know those are a little tricky because a lot of people tend to hold the pose. In a jackknife, you don't hold the pose. You continue to move. So please do not hold the pose, because then it turns to yoga. Nothing wrong with yoga, but doing the jackknife, it is a Pilates movement, so you have to move. It is a big movement, but keep in mind, always engage that core. So that brings the class to an end. That concludes our video today. Again, I wish you a very happy and safe Memorial Day. Hopefully we'll see each other soon. I should be headed back to the gym next week. However, I believe we're going to continue on videos for those who cannot attend, or for those who wish to stay at home because they feel safer, which is fine because safety is our #1 concern. So again, for my family to yours, happy Memorial Day. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and